My name is Marilyn Rose, and I'm Dean of Graduate Studies, and I'm just delighted to see so many of you who have been able to turn out this morning to this wonderful celebration of graduate studies, graduate students, and the many donors who are helping to support our students. But at this point, I would like to turn the podium over to Terry Boak, who is our Vice President Academic and Provost, and who is here to welcome you all and to make a few comments. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Marilyn. I can recall not many years ago where we might have had a function for graduate students and faculty members, and we would not have needed this whole space. Next year, I'm not sure what's going to happen as we continue to expand and have more graduate students and more PhD students. I'm not sure that this space will accommodate all of us. And I encourage many of you to continue to participate in the governance of Brock University. This is your university. We are here as academics and administrators to provide opportunities for you. But we expect and want you to share with us the kinds of needs you have. So continue to participate.
I'd like to introduce John McNamara, the Associate Dean for Graduate Studies, who will do the next piece of the program. Then I will return.
It's my pleasure to be here today. My name is John McNamara. I'm the Associate Dean of the Faculty of Graduate Studies. But I'm also a faculty researcher at Brock in the Child and Youth Studies Department. And it's in that role that I see the first-hand implications of what happens through the contributions of the donors here today. And as we continue our event this morning, I welcome all of you here and all of our graduate students to continue to talk with our donors and to talk with our senior administrative staff. And I'm sure everyone will be very interested in hearing about the breadth of research that happens at Brock University.
60 years ago in Western, I was privileged to receive I think it was a $300 bursary. At that time, tuition fees were something like $400. So put that all in perspective. However, that enabled me to go on to Osgood Hall, and eventually they let me practice law. And that's how we got to know about Bernard Harrison and Bertha Thompson. I just want to impress upon you that there is a certain amount of sacrifice involved in some of these people and with some of these people, and that they genuinely believe in the future of education. And I'll leave it at that. Thank you very much.
I'd like to first welcome to the podium Ellen Robb, who is a PhD student in biological sciences.
As a grad student, I get to spend my days finding ways to answer some really neat questions of science. But I also have taken the opportunity to make my graduate experience what I wanted it to be. I've been extraordinarily lucky to have an exciting and always challenging project, a university that encourages student participation, and an unrivaled support network. And I'm confident in saying that I'm not the only person in this room that feels that way.
As always, the most inspiring words come from our students and from the heart. Thank you very much, Ellen. I'd next like to introduce Lisa Ann Neville.
The faces I see here today are faces I see around the school all the time, typically at the most unusual times. It seems we're always here and we work our butts off. Deep down, we know we work very hard, and we do the work with or without recognition, but it is always nice to get a pat on the back every once in a while. We are connected as a group of students, and we need to stick together, and thanks to the donors, they make that possible. Thank you.
I'm going to turn third and finally to one other graduate student, Jacob McIntosh.
I started in this program this past September after completing my bachelor's degree in history in the spring of 2008, also at Brock University. Growing up in Thorold, I admit my decision to enroll at Brock was largely influenced by the 5-minute proximity from my home. However, during my undergraduate studies, I encountered a number of professors who were not only intellectually stimulating, but also quite approachable and possessing of a true concern for their students' successes.
Sincerely. And at this point, we invite you to refresh your coffee and help yourself to a bit more food and continue your chatting and have a wonderful morning. It has been, I think, a very fine celebration so far. There's no need to stop. Thank you.